What's going on YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm going to be driving around a Supra for the track. So the A90 Supra, let's take a look at it. And this just isn't any Supra. This is the official Supra of TCM. TCM is the company that did my custom wheels for my WRX and my Miata, which is, that's a secret. I got wheels coming for the Miata as well. So this one also has TC forged wheels, and it's going to have an upgraded brake kit from the sponsor of it, Mupcat. And this Supra doesn't have a whole lot of modifications, but it has the important modifications for the track. We have a lower suspension. I told you we have bigger brakes. We have a full exhaust, and this car is extremely stiff. You see the tow hook, that's not just for show, that's an actual track car. We do have the nice livery for the wrap, but we're not even going to beat around the bush for too long. We're about to just get on in and drive to see just what it's like. So let's take a look on the inside. Carbon fiber mirror. We've seen the Supra before, but not a Supra like this. Unfortunately, we don't have the tune on it for now because it just came back from the dealership. We got the stock steering wheel back in and it's at a stock tune, but that's going to have to be changed. Maybe we'll revisit that another day in the future. We also do have the racing bucket seats. We got TC embossed in there. How much that cost, Vito? But the steering wheel, this is a race steering wheel. So it's going to communicate with the CAN bus to where you can dial into pretty much anything, and you can also use it on the simulator. But if you want to check out the ABS, make modifications to that, with the touch of these buttons on the steering wheel, you can do that. ECU tuning, pretty much everything. Even if you want volume on the radio, this communicates with the full CAN bus, highly customizable. So if you're interested in one of these, let me know in the comment section. I can link the steering wheel manufacturer in there. All right, driving the Supra. I got my guy Alex here with me today. He's been on the channel quite a few times, but not hugely on the camera. So I'm at the track day and he put the wing on the WRX, and we are about to drive the Supra. Already warm start. So we're going to, is there a Sport Plus in this thing?
Stay on it.
Okay. I turn traction control off.
You're good. No.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, like, I need traction control. Not there yet.
It just rained a little bit. I was like, skipping my shoe on the ground. It's a little greasy down there.
Yeah. So I almost bought one of these. This was during the pandemic, before I bought my GR Corolla and probably my Integra too. I was trying to get a Supra, but markups.
I really appreciate when these guys are racing, how like the engine will allow.
This is stiff.
So because we're on steel disc, you can appreciate how the brakes work immediately.
Oh, those are steel?
Yep.
Wow. So what's the advantages of having steel brakes?
So the bigger disadvantage actually is more the question of what's the problem with the carbon brakes. Your carbon brakes, they need to be warmed up to temperature to be functioning properly. So a lot of people, they have their carbon brakes on like a non-stock car that doesn't actually have the whole system with it. Mm-hmm. And they go to brake the first time and nothing happens. Most of cars that have actually serious carbon brake system will have a management of the temperature of the brake system that will kind of massage your disc to keep it to temperature.
Gotcha. I could have went. Happy Good Friday, everybody. Well, by the time I upload, it won't be Good Friday. Good Friday to us, though. There we go. Something doesn't feel stock. I just don't know exactly what's not stock.
Yeah, that's not the stock tune. No, that's the old tune, and you have still the management of the gearbox acting like the DCT, as you can feel that shift pretty dry.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't give you the hit on the rear end, and the reason why it doesn't give you that hit is that you don't want, when you're shifting mid-corner, a hit of power in the rear end that will make you go sideways. You want as much smoothness as possible because you have the power that you need available at any time, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So is this a stock? This tune for the trans isn't stock, is it?
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say that was a little bit more aggressive than what I remember.
Yeah,
but the power is
linear.
Okay.
Yeah, the shifting is linear. So what a lot of tuners would do on the street car is that they would make the shifting hard to give the feeling of the power. But because we're operating on cars that go on the road course, we want smoothness. And the backfiring that you have here is like the result of the management of the turbo when you run the car rich.
Car is flat, like nothing but flat.
So all that backfiring occurring is part of the turbo management, where you keep the turbo spool. It's not a real anti-lag, but it keeps the turbo spool so that the power stays available.
Gotcha. This feels so powerful. They did a great job, even in stock form. But I definitely want to see what this is about with the full power. Well, not full power. I got to get my skill up, but
do the coaching with me, and this will feel not nearly as powerful as it is.
Oh yeah. So spoiler alert, Alex, he's gonna be coaching me on the track. That's exactly what I needed. I said it before. I want to be the very best, like Ash Ketchum, but the skill, I don't have the opportunity to get on the track as much as I need to hone in my skill. So Alex here, he's going to be coaching me because he's a professional driver.
Oh, I don't know if I can qualify myself, but I studied very hard to have as much knowledge as I can.
There we go.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah. And I'm going to be a protege.
We're going to bring you all the support with Summit Track Days as well.
There we go. More track days.
Track time, knowledge, vehicle dynamics.
It's a nice kick. Manual mode, me. Man, I should have bought a Supra.
You should buy this one.
Right, yeah. Never mind the lights on in the dash. Like I said, stock steering wheel. Oh.
Yeah, we're trying to put it back to stock because we're going to move on a car that has much more development into it. So we're actually about to sell this vehicle.
Okay, so it's a completely different platform? Or
It's
is it
going to be the same platform. It's just that the other car has so much more modification and research part into it. So we're actually trying to put this car back to stock so it can be sold.
Okay.
The reason why there is all the lights on the dashboard is also the reason why we sent it to Toyota in the first place, so it can be recalibrated.
Gotcha. Okay, going back to stock. If you're interested in buying, drop a comment, let me know. It is for sale.
You can get it with all the modifications on there.
Yep. If you're serious, let me know. You know how we do on this channel, ARC. You got an NA Miata, or is that an NA or NB?
NA.
NA. Put it to the limits.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I told you it's nervous.
Man, that kicked me in the back, and that's not even full send. Kind of like scooted to the side.
Yeah, because of the bumping.
Yeah.
So the electronic caught you.
Yep.
Man. Let some space so you can
Oh yeah.
enjoy. Let them go, let them go.
Why does rain gotta be out here?
You're gonna catch them real quick.
And it's raining, so I'm terrified. Why am I turning my signals on? We out here on race tires too. I didn't even highlight those. That's much better than stock.
See, actually, most of those hits are about how you manage the accelerator on the car because it's unfiltered control.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the biggest thing that they call it Tokyo. It's an anti-dummy development of the car to prevent people who are not necessarily the most instructed or educated about the car.
Mm-hmm.
They don't crash themselves with the power.
Gotcha.
They filter the input of your accelerator and they delay it to leave you time to react to what you're inputting. We suppress that from the car.
Okay.
Because we want the car to do what we tell it to now, yesterday.
Yep.
And now you're most likely adapting to this new format that is happening to you right now. Especially you can feel that the turbos are ready when you put your foot back in the floor.
Oh yeah. This feels a lot better than stock. I cannot tell a lot. That's crazy.
It's a lot of subtle things about running the thing as properly as possible, as precisely as possible.
Yep.
So a lot of people will be confused that this is not a tune, this is a calibration.
Not a tune, but a calibration. I like the sound of that. This car is so flat too.
Police.
Alright, now we're on these Michigan roads here. And these roads aren't even that bad. I feel like they don't see me up there.
I feel like the car still behaves pretty properly for how stiff it is.
Yeah.
It has a fair give.
Yep. Man. Should I make my Miata this stiff? Hold on now. Man.
Well, it depends. Maybe you don't want to actually get your Miata this stiff because one of the main points of how you're going to drive the Miata is the inertia driving, which means that you want that rotation.
Mm-hmm.
You want the transfer of mass. You want to use that. You want to be consciously putting that at your advantage.
Right.
The reason why this car is actually that stiff is because it allows it to actually be operable above 140 miles an hour in a turn and still be stable and usable.
Yeah, my Miata probably hasn't even hit 100 yet.
I don't think you can go above 130 to be honest.
Yeah, I might not even hit 90 in the Miata. Shame on me. Oh, I gotta sit here for this whole like.
Well, you better have a good reason and a good opportunity for you to hit 90 in the Miata. The best way to hit it is on the track.
Oh, Type R.
Sister to your car.
Yep.
I like the Acura that you have better.
Yeah, I sold it for the WRX.
Mistake.
Yeah, I know. Regret.
Yeah, people don't understand how good those cars are.
Those cars are amazing. They did a lot from the factory. If I didn't have a beef with that dealership, I still would have that car. That was a car I planned on keeping long term. Oh man, this thing is tires are wide.
So
Couldn't even get over it.
Listen to me before you do what you want. You're gonna come around 3,500 to 4K, and you're gonna slow down and accelerate out of the turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Come at a comfortable speed, and you're gonna just nicely come on the accelerator. And as you're gonna go for the turns, you're gonna feel where you want to be, what you want to show.
Okay.
Do not come in there at a high RPM. That's how you fuck yourself over.
Gotcha. So
And actually, you will have a better sound out of it.
3,500, he said.
Yeah.
Okay.
So try and third right now. See? You're more comfortable.
Yep. Smooth right there.
When you're gonna go straight there, you'll have like this, right?
Yep.
So as I said, you'll be in third gear. You'll pull out of there.
Okay. Can I jam on it or just ease into it?
Ease into it.
Okay.
Don't jam. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But now the first one you'll ease into, it will give you an idea of how fast you want to put your foot on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's why.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
see.
Got to be smooth.
And that's what I was telling you, and how we removed the filtering off the accelerator. It's going to do what you tell it to.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't rely too much on the electronics. So then you're going to want to control your input.
Mm-hmm.
Be a master of your input much more.
Gotcha.
So that maybe the first time you'll ease into it a little too slow, and the second one you'll be like, okay, I can do that much.
Gotcha.
Smoke that guy.
Yeah. Are you trying to race? Hold on, let's see. Man.
Keep it in third.
Yep, in third. Let that semi truck come around.
Actually, second.
All right, that'll put us right in there.
Accelerate up.
Super flat.
Same thing down to second. Let that guy go. And accelerate in the turn. Now. Felt the lean?
Yeah, yeah.
You felt how pressed on both sides, the front and the back, in the same time?
Let's do that one more time. We can get some food. Excellent turning radius.
Down in second. Turn and the back accelerate up. See how you were master of the car? Accelerate up.
I'm a pro now. All right, that's all we got for the Supra today. My binaural audio cut off and this GoPro is burning my forehead. So huge shout out to Alex for showing me the ropes around the Supra, and hope you all enjoy. I will catch you in the next one. Drive safe and peace out.